Right now, crews are working on containing a fire on the Oceanside Pier. Thanks for being here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Look at these flames, all this smoke destroying a large vacant building that was once home to Ruby's Diner here on the pier. We have team coverage on this fire for you right now.
First, here at CBS 8, our mission is to stop the spread of false misinformation. When the fire broke out on the Oceanside Pier yesterday afternoon, we started to see a lot of claims being made on social media. Our team looked into those claims. This morning, we're going to verify what's true, what's false, and what we're still looking into. One person on Instagram claimed a boat crashed into the pier, sparking the fire. Another person on Reddit claimed the fire was started intentionally by a homeless person. We could verify that both of those claims are unconfirmed. However, firefighters told CBS 8 yesterday that they believe the fire started in the vacant building that was once home to Ruby's Diner. Again, the official cause of the fire is not known. We are hoping to get another update here soon. What we can confirm is that no one was hurt and the fire has been contained to the end of the pier.
So now let's send it over to CBS 8's Regina Yorita joining us live in Oceanside right now. You've been there for many hours, Regina. What's the latest? What's happening at the pier?
Yeah, guys, well, we've been here all morning, so we can kind of show you what's been going on, because before we had very low visibility, but now that we have daylight, you can kind of see no smoke right now, nothing compared to this morning. But let me step out of the picture, kind of show you, because you're pretty much seeing the destruction, right? You can finally see that structure. The roof has completely collapsed, but crews have actually saved at least 90% of this pier. Now, right now, they've decided to pause any operations. That's why we're not seeing any crews on scene or on the water. So this is really to evaluate if they need the helicopter to do any additional water drops like they were doing yesterday. They're using drones to help them with that decision. But there's still no update as to what started this fire. I should also mention that there are no reports of any injuries. Their focus right now is tackling underneath where the fire is hidden. So they're still dealing with hotspots, and that's been the biggest complication. Overnight, they had fire activity coming from underneath the deck, and it was difficult to get to it. So they did a trench cut where they opened all the deck plates to get access underneath the deck towards the restaurant. So this also helps to protect the rest of the pier so the fire doesn't travel. Now, here's what the fire chief told us about an hour ago. Take a listen.
We continue to put water underneath where we have fire hidden underneath. We continue to put water on the restaurant itself. And if you notice, there was a helicopter flying. That's Reach helicopter. It's a medical helicopter based out of Oceanside, but we have a fire chief, deputy chief on board to get intel to see what's going on so we can continue to fight the fire and get this thing out completely.
And so to clarify, there is still no indication of what started the fire. It is still too early to know that cause. Crews are still working on pretty much extinguishing some of those hot spots. Are going to be here all morning through the day, continuing that process through the night probably. There is a beach closure. Actually, the Coast Guard has been enforcing this. They're going to continue to enforce this, and they're telling the public they have to stay 500 yards away from the pier. I know that this has been causing a lot of attraction, a lot of crowds. And to talk a little bit more about just how people are reacting to this, I'm going to send it over to my colleague, Kelly Hessedal. She's been talking to people. Kelly, what's been going on?
Yeah, that's right. The pier is something that attracts people from all over the world. You know, a lot of people came here today. We saw locals, we saw tourists out here taking photos, taking videos, just trying to see what's going on. One woman told me she's heading back to Chicago, but had heard about what happened, so she wanted to stop by and see the pier before going to the airport. So it's definitely drawing a lot of attention. Now, I just talked to the Oceanside Mayor Esther Sanchez, who said they are absolutely 100% committed to rebuilding this iconic landmark.
We were in the middle of actually working on redoing the concrete part. So that's what we've been working on, and that's like a $40 million project. So to have this happen, we're all brokenhearted.
And Mayor Sanchez says that she's already gotten calls from state and federal leaders offering their support. So talk about the future of the pier is already happening. Now, the firefighting effort, as Regina mentioned, is still ongoing today and will be at least until tomorrow. There's concern about fire underneath the pier. The mayor says they are asking the public to stay away from this area. They've got a section of the beach from the pier to Tyson Park that will be closed just as a precaution. So it's unclear exactly how long it will remain closed. Meanwhile, I spoke to a man who runs a bait shop on the pier, Oceanside Pier and Bait, and his business is now shut down for a while. He says he saw the smoke yesterday from nearby and came running. He feared the entire wood structure was going to be destroyed along with his shop, but he's just amazed at what an incredible job the firefighters and first responders did to make sure that that fire was contained to just that one section of the pier. He says the time of all this, it's tough. Fishermen were just starting to catch some good fish, and we're heading into the summer months.
We're almost like a seasonal business, and it's just, Memorial Day usually is the day that, kicks off the summer for us. I'm hoping maybe that would be, at worst case, a time that we can open up again.
And just to be clear, we don't know at this point when the pier is actually going to reopen. The mayor said today this is just about safety, making sure there's no fire danger, making sure that the cleanup process gets underway. But she agrees certainly with that gentleman right there. She says the sooner, the better. Kelly Hessedall, CBS 8.